Hi, I'm Emma, Chief of Staff for R&D, and I'm excited to take us one level deeper into the data side of the platform that powers everything you just saw. Earlier, Matt walked through our platform at a high level. He explained how it helps you access all your data, collaborate across teams, and keep data secure and governed. He also introduced new AI features that help businesses go from data to AI faster. What I want to show you now is how all of that becomes possible in practice. Because underneath every insight, every model, every decision, there is a foundation, and that foundation is data. Data is the key to operationalizing enterprise AI. But collecting data isn't the challenge. Businesses have plenty of it. The real challenge is turning that raw data into useful insights. That means managing the entire lifecycle of data, from ingesting it to labeling, transforming, versioning, and keeping it governed. This is the Data for AI assembly line, a structured pipeline where high-quality, well-prepared data continuously fuels business decisions. Today, I'll show you a few new features that make this assembly line even more powerful, so you can go from raw data to AI-ready data faster and with more confidence. Let's dig in. The Starburst platform is made up of 4 core components. First, our query engine and ingestion layer. Built on Trino, but extended with native connectors, real-time ingestion, and advanced execution modes. This gives you federated access across lakes, warehouses, streams, and databases, all with high-performance MPP execution and continuous file loading to keep your lakehouse fresh. Second, analytics accelerators. These are built-in performance layers designed to speed up the path from data to insight. With auto-scaling cluster modes, multi-layer caching, and SQL-based data quality and lineage, you get faster, more reliable analytics without needing a separate toolchain. Third, AI workflows. With built-in vector search, SQL-based LLM functions, and model access controls, teams can build Gen AI and RAG applications securely and entirely from SQL. This is what Matt just demoed. And fourth, Starburst data products, your governed, reusable semantic layer. This is how domain teams describe, secure, and share trusted data sets complete with metadata, access controls, audit trails, and automated data classification. Our built-in Starburst AI agent makes it easy for users to document and explore data products using natural language. The more data products you create, the more insights you generate, and that creates a flywheel effect. Better insights lead to more powerful use cases, from traditional analytics all the way to agentic AI. Taken together, this is what powers our mission, from raw data to governed insight, ready for AI. And for teams that want to move even faster, we've made it all available in Starburst Galaxy, our fully managed cloud offering. Galaxy is quickly becoming the fastest way to build an AI-ready lakehouse. Later, I'll walk you through 2 powerful new Galaxy features that extend this foundation even further: managed Iceberg Pipelines and AI-powered Autotagging. But first, an exciting announcement for Starburst Enterprise. Before we dive into how data flows into our lakehouse, we need to talk about something foundational: metadata. Every assembly line needs blueprints, and in the data world, those blueprints are stored in your catalog. But most catalogs like Hive weren't built for today's AI-ready lakehouse. That's why we're introducing the Starburst Data Catalog, a modern, enterprise-grade catalog designed for Iceberg, Trino, and beyond. The Starburst Data Catalog replaces the legacy Hive metastore with a more secure, scalable, and interoperable foundation. It's fully Iceberg native and Glue API compatible, designed from the ground up to manage schema and metadata for Iceberg and Hive tables without fragile workarounds. Multi-engine support is on the horizon, meaning soon your teams can share metadata across Trino, Spark, and more, avoiding the sprawl of disconnected governance systems. And it's open and standards-based, so you keep control of your architecture and avoid lock-in even as your ecosystem grows. With a single control plane for technical metadata, you get faster queries, cleaner governance, and better collaboration across teams. If you're looking to future-proof your AI foundation, this is your blueprint. The Starburst Data Catalog is available now in private preview, and it's already powering teams who want to unify, simplify, and accelerate their lakehouse stack. Now, let's look at how we bring data into that stack with managed Iceberg pipelines in Starburst Galaxy. Hydrating and maintaining a lakehouse has long been one of the most complex and resource-heavy challenges in the data stack. In many cases, lakehouses are filled with semi-structured data, not necessarily by choice, but because so much of today's data, especially from software and online sources, naturally comes in flexible text-based formats like JSON. Loading data into the lake is typically performed in batches, resulting in delays before the data becomes accessible in the lake. Near real-time ingestion solves this problem by continuously bringing data into the lake. But this transformation isn't easy. Semi-structured data is inconsistent, and continuous flow of data creates many small files and metadata updates, which can degrade performance. Most tools that handle this are standalone, hard to integrate, and costly to operate. Managed Iceberg Pipelines in Starburst Galaxy changes that. With this fully integrated end-to-end Icehouse experience, you can ingest data from files and streams directly into live Iceberg tables, where Starburst performs maintenance automatically to reduce storage costs and improve read performance. Iceberg adds structure, governance, and performance benefits, enabling scalable, reliable analytics. Starburst File Loader adds reliability, flexibility, and optionality. Now, let's take a look at how this works in practice. Matt showed us how regulators use data submitted by manufacturers to spot emerging compliance risks. I'm on the other side of that workflow, playing a pharma company data engineer responsible for preparing that data for internal analytics. Our records are sent to S3 by quality assurance once they review and approve the manufacturing records. However, we know that these records are sent and stored in JSON. It's up to me to prepare the data for analysis. To do this, I'm simply going to navigate over to Data Ingest in the Starburst Galaxy UI. Using File Loader, I connect to S3 bucket, where Pharma Company drops their daily updates. These files contain structured inspection metadata, things like classification, legal citations, and long descriptions of observed violations. With just a few clicks, Galaxy begins continuously ingesting those files. The schema is inferred automatically, and the table updates in near real time as new batches arrive. While that data is flowing in, Galaxy is also working behind the scenes to keep the table healthy and performant. As new data is arriving, the tables grow in size and need to be maintained. This is live table maintenance, and it's a key part of what makes the Icehouse model sustainable at scale. You no longer need to manually clean and maintain the file structures behind the scenes and eliminate any human errors impacting some of your most business-critical data. First, compaction runs automatically to reduce small file sprawl, which improves query performance and helps keep costs in check. Second, Starburst collects statistics like NDVs and row counts, helping the query engine optimize performance behind the scenes. It also trims unnecessary metadata and removes orphan files from the object store, all without manual intervention. That means when it's time for downstream teams to run analytics on the data is already optimized and ready to use. This is the end-to-end Trino and Iceberg Lakehouse, or Icehouse, ready for the AI features that Matt demoed previously. No complicated pipelines, no vendor lock-in. And now that we've hydrated and optimized our Iceberg tables, we can go one step further by leveraging AI to understand and tag the data inside. Let's take a look at AI-powered autotagging. As the volume and complexity of data grows, it's getting harder, not easier, to govern it. Access policies like ABAC are powerful, but they depend on accurate tagging. And manually classifying sensitive or business-critical columns just doesn't scale. Starburst Galaxy now brings AI-powered autotagging to the table, a built-in capability that uses LLMs to automatically identify and tag columns containing PII, regulatory data, or anything else you define. That means faster policy enforcement, more secure collaboration, and less manual review, all within a governed lakehouse foundation. Back in my role at Pharmaco, I've just finished setting up my live Iceberg tables. Now, I need to tag the key fields that affect safety, product effectiveness, and how efficiently we manufacture. For example, we might tag total impurities or tablet weight variability as quality risk indicators. To do that, I simply create a new classifier job. I can either use built-in tag types or define my own natural language prompts. For example, tag this as overweight if it is greater than 50 milligrams. When the job runs, Galaxy evaluates the columns using LLM-based logic and presents the results for review. I see a list of suggested tags, and I can accept, reject, or override them. That's our human-in-the-loop workflow in action. Once I approve a tag, it gets added to the table metadata, which means any access control policy using that tag now applies immediately. Auto-tagging unlocks 3 critical things. First, access, because users can now safely query sensitive datasets without waiting on manual review. Second, collaboration. Teams can build shared policies and securely reuse tag datasets across workflows, from audit prep to internal dashboards. And third, governance, because this tagging is embedded directly into the platform. It's traceable, reviewable, and immediately enforceable. Whether you're classifying PII, regulatory issues, or domain-specific risks, AI-powered auto-tagging makes it faster and easier to manage your data your way. What we've shown today is how Starburst powers the full AI assembly line, not just by accelerating access to your data, but by giving every team the tools to collaborate securely and at scale. From discovering and ingesting data to managing metadata and tagging sensitive information, we're making it easier to build governed production-grade AI on an open lakehouse foundation. Access, collaboration, and governance, all built in so your data is ready to power the intelligence your enterprise needs next. This is how Starburst is operationalizing enterprise AI. Come work with us.